Here we go, here we go. Ready?
54. I'm coming.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Here we go. 12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
54, Mike, 54. In your face.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Brady. This complete to Jones. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mike, 56.
Hey, high 7.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now Brady. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And all the way down to the the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54.
Shadow.
Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, wahoo. Hey,
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
11.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check three. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Alpha.
Game situation. Let's go. Mike's 50.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 56.
Check it. Reload.
Here's Brady to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive
21.
underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Gold with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Jacket, reload. Switch it.
They'll go again to Jones. And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54 Mike. Oh, 72.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Brady just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Now watch run, watch run. 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mostert. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak.
Garoppolo looks to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. The end result, 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here we go. 180.
I'm on. Check. Crunch.
Now Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Niners 49, Buccaneers 10.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Brady now, 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Brady. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 180. 11. 11.
Hey, turn it up.
Hey, hot.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at about the 28 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Say.
72.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
The Bucs on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Sugar.
56 for Mike.
Hey, seam 6.
Stay with your man. Mike's 56. Watch the run.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Brady now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Being chased out left, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Brady on third down. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, let's go.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Down the go, Bandit.
Now Brady again. And this is caught, so they do get the two. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Get ready.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
21.
Now a give right side, Coleman. They find some open field here. A big play there for the Niners. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Drops it off for Coleman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This is Mostert, and that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Here's Coleman, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Gold for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?